What's up guys, Jordan Hardy here, boxing reporter. You don't have to just be a professional fighter to use Victor Conte's Spider Training Stack. I use it every day when I'm working out in the gym to stay fit. I'm Jordan Hardy and I'm snack strong.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Marcos Villegas, and I am being joined right now with Marlen Esparza, who returns to the ring coming up August 28th on DAZN. Marlen, thank you for joining me. You look lovely as always. How you been? How's this all been for you? I know everybody's taking this all differently. How's this whole thing been for you?
It's been a catch-22. You know, it's been hard, but it's been good. I got to spend a lot more time, with my son than I'm used to, and on that end, it was good for me on that. But as far as how I deal with everything in boxing, and it's my whole life, it's everything I do. It was hard because especially the way it started was when my fight got canceled, like 7 days out. So it was like we were gonna leave in like 3-4 days or something, and then it's like boom, it got canceled, and it's like, okay, now you went from about to fight to no fight to stay in your house locked up and don't leave. So it was a difficult transition, and then trying to stay focused and getting out of the quarantine and trying to continue on like everything's normal, but it's not. It was a process, and it's still a process. You're not really going to understand everything while it's happening. So just trying to go with it and stay positive, just trying to, keep focused on, the task and just get the job done correctly and not try not to think about it too much.
Has it been hard staying positive?
I mean, it's always a difficult thing. And now it's a difficult thing for sure. Yeah, it was hard because it's like there's so much going on, and there's a virus, and you don't know what's going to happen, and my whole career, everybody's career is really based off being able to be around people. You need a crowd, you need that to perform, and to think, man, we don't know what's going to happen, we don't know what's going to happen. It's hard, and everybody still wants to box. At the end of the day, I still want to go to the boxing gym, so I still want to do what I'm used to doing. And to have to kind of stop that was hard to stay positive because I want to go to the gym. I want to fight. I want to continue, my career. And health comes first things first.
Have you been able to train and go to the gym? And how's, I guess, preparation in these times now?
I was extremely blessed with my situation as far as that goes, because the gym that I'm at isn't like a normal boxing gym. It's like extremely high end 24-hour fitness with a boxing ring and boxing on the side. And that really actually helped with the virus because you can open and close. You can dictate how many people come in, how many people come out. Everything's really clean already, extremely clean for a boxing gym. There's a lot more access to keep yourself safe. So we did get to train, we did get to do those things. We got to jump right back in, and I was blessed on that end. We didn't have to worry about too much as far as that goes. So it was easier on that end, yeah.
Using the rich people's gyms. Moving on up. That's good.
Yeah, pretty much. I get tested like every 2 days, and my teammates get tested, and my sparring partners get tested. So everybody's just kind of looking out, but there is danger. There's people come in and sparring partners that you can't just get them tested. So it's a process, but I have been blessed on that end as far as worries.
Jorge Linares tested positive for COVID-19. He's out of his main event with Javier Fortuna. You're on this card, obviously. Are you worried that, something like that might happen to you? Is it a constant thing that's on your mind?
Yeah, I think it's every fighter's worst fear right now. It's like, man, don't let it happen, don't let it happen. So yeah, I'm worried. The closer I get, it sounds obviously weird because I'm cautious all the time, but the more paranoid I'm getting. Because imagine I get tested 2 times a week, and then the week before or something, it's like I've been fine, I've been fine, I've been fine. So yeah, and I really my heart goes out for all those fighters and everything that's happening on Nadas. Like that's so hard to take. Like you're ready, you're ready, you're ready, and boom, then you're not. Plus the virus. It's just like it's hard to handle, and I just I'm just trying to take the precautions and hope that nothing happens to me. It's hard though because they haven't told anybody. They can tell you precautions to take, but they can't tell you for sure how to avoid it. So no one really knows, and that's the struggle.
Yeah, I can't imagine how it is for you guys every day having to spar against people. You know,
It's
I would
so
think it.
bad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it makes you think about people in a different way too, because you're just like sparring partners. I'm like, who do you live with? Like
Yeah,
who?
who you been going
Yeah,
out with?
yeah,
You know, who you
yeah.
talking
Who?
to?
Yeah, and now like
You know
before,
what's
it's
the
just like
worst is like you see their snaps and they're like out with people and you're like, wait a second, homie. Like, what are you doing here? You know?
yeah, like you're just like, what are you doing? Expect yeah, because they don't. A lot of my sparring partners too, at least, they don't have any fights right now, and obviously everyone's trying to be cautious, but it's not this type of situation and getting tested, all the time and having to fight and getting tested for the fight and the bubbles and all that. So yeah, it's just like, are you good? Who are you around? How many people did you come with? Who's at your gym? Who else do you spar? So there's all these questions, and how do you live your life? Like what's going on? So those types of things are difficult in any situation, but it's crazy right now. Like it's crazy, so crazy.
I'm the same way with friends. When friends tell me to hang out, and I tell them like, no, bro, you went out to the river. I'm not gonna be around you for like a month. Get out of here with that stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm like, do you feel okay?
Yeah.
Uh, like you don't you want to stay home? You still should take care. I'm all giving people hand sanitizer and stuff. I was training, I was training with some of my friends, and I was like with Domas and Eric. I was with like a few people, and we're doing some runs at the park and like some drills, and I was like handing out hand sanitizer, and everyone was like, okay, like they want it, but they're just like, you are really serious. I'm like, yeah, y'all need to 6 feet. I was with heavyweight the other day, Travis. He's about to fight, and he was like talking to me, and I like turned my head. He was like, "What the heck?" And I was like, "Yo, 6 feet, 6 feet. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful." And he was like, "What the heck?" I was like, "It's not rude. 6 feet, 6 feet."
And then
So
you got to tell them too. I'm trying to get paid, man.
everyone's trying to get paid. Everyone's trying to get paid. Everyone's trying to move on. It's a hard year, like such a hard year. Because I like to, like I said, it's like what I do. I like to fight. I like to be there. It's how I process. Literally, I don't even know dates or anything with like in my past. I'm just like, oh yeah, I met you because I was about. I remember when I met you because I was about to fight this fight, and I know dates of fights, and that's how I structure basically my life. So to be able to stop everything to me, it's difficult, but yeah, you gotta get paid. You gotta win. You gotta because I want to become a world champion. I want it fast. I want it now. I feel like it should have. I feel like I'm behind. I'm behind. I'm behind, and then boom, stop. So it was like I said, it's difficult.
So who's the opponent for this fight?
Naomi Vasquez
Okay.
is I think Jockey was first, and then we decided to go ahead and go with Naomi, and then hopefully get Jackie next if she's open and willing, and try to get set up for a world title. I feel like she's really a world title um, type opponent. Kind of see where you're at if you're ready for one, and she's a good fighter. She's been in there with world champions, and hopefully I can get her next and try to get into a world title.
But you feel you've been ready for a world title though, obviously, right?
Yeah, I've been ready, but you still can't be that arrogant, and you gotta just still check. Still gotta move your way up the way you're supposed to, kind of check all your boxes and don't just jump into anything. And yeah, I've been so ready for a world title. Just got to move the right way and do the right thing, you know. And things didn't go my way with Seniesa. I feel like I would have already, with this fight, tried to fight for a world title or next one. But right now, I just got to figure it out. And I feel like Jackie's a good opponent to kind of be comfortable with the world title shot.
I know you weren't happy with how that fight ended that you had with Seniesa. It happened last November, I believe. You know, given what happened in that fight and how you fought, you know, what do you want to show in this fight?
I think when I watched it, and when I was in there, obviously when I was in there, it was different. But when I watched it, I do need to, you know, be a lot more calm. I know the circumstances it was hype, but I needed to still stay a little bit more calm. And then I need to kind of stay in someone's space. I do need to start standing my ground a little bit more. I can box, I can throw, I can brawl, I can land, but to be able to pick and choose when at the appropriate time is what I feel like I struggled with in that fight. You know, I did a little bit too much in the first few rounds, and then I was making bad decisions in the sixth and seventh. I was trying to stick to the game plan, but the game plan changed, and the game plan was to box and then figure out and then go in. And I was still trying to put pressure when I was in no situation to put pressure, and it really made it look worse than it was. So I really need to make sure that in this fight and my next fight that I make the adjustments myself that are necessary and stay calm and kind of see more than I was seeing in that fight.
Well, you only have 8 pro fights so far. You know, I would imagine like something like that is going to come with experience over time, you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's sticky with the girls, you know, because
Yeah.
we're so backwards on as far as experience, and you know, we're barely seeing the trickle of extended amateur backgrounds in the pros. And once, you know, I'm out of the game and the little girls who are 8 years old, 10 years old fighting, you know, this will be a normal thing where that's what happens. You're seasoned, have seasoned experience, and then you go pro. But right now, that's not all the girls that I'm dealing with. They don't have the same experience I have. So although, yes, in the pro game, there's adjustments I need to make for the pros, I still have way more experience than the majority of these girls. And, you know, I need to show it, just like Clarissa, just like Michaela. That comes with years of amateurs of fighting and going. And I think the adjustments that I made were not the correct ones for me, you know, and I should have been a little bit better with it.
There were adjustments made out of emotion.
It was adjustments made out of so much it was adrenaline, and I wasn't angry or anything. It was just I wanted to go. I wanted to go, and that's how I fight. And I don't really get tired. So to have it all put into one, and then I got tired in the fourth, everything was just kind of, and then I got my wind back, and then I got headbutted, couldn't see, and I'm still trying to maneuver my way through what I think is right, but I wasn't stopping to really think. Would say like in the sixth, seventh, eighth round, I didn't think correctly. I should have just kept doing what I was doing versus trying to be aggressive and baying when I knew I wasn't in a good place to do that.
I guess when you're like in the thick of it with all the adrenaline rushing, you kind of, I guess, lose focus of all that, you know?
Yeah, there's always a plan, and you practice for that plan, and you stick to that plan and kind of face your fear, get rid of the adrenaline, use it in the correct way. And I didn't use that, you know, I didn't do that like I was supposed to. And that, you know, I didn't use my adrenaline the right way, and I didn't think the way I usually think, and the headbutt, and I kind of let it overwhelm my choices. And then I was still like, well, I still know what's happening, you know, like she's throwing white shots, fire down the middle. It's not like she was giving me, like she couldn't give me an 8 count, my whole skull was open. So I still was like, okay, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. But I wasn't forcing myself to make the changes that I needed to make.
Speaking of the cut, let me see your forehead. It looks like there's no scar, no nothing. You healed up. There's
It's
a
right
little
on the
bump right
line.
there. How long did it
Yeah.
take for it to be normal?
It went back. It looked normal like in 10 days, 11 days. Um, After, because it got really big. Like it
Like
was so,
swollen?
it was so bad. It was so bad. And then it trickled down to black eyes.
Oh no.
So yeah, it was like it was a lot. And then once it healed up, though, it was good. I had to just keep taking care of it, and took a few months to actually feel like, okay, it doesn't hurt or throb, or I can spar and it doesn't bother me and all that. So took a like few months for that to happen. But as far as what it looked like, it only took like 10, 12 days.
How painful was it dealing with that?
It was pretty painful. It
Yeah.
was pretty painful, yeah.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think?
I would say I'm sorry. I would say, man, it was like an 8.
So
At the
that's pretty painful.
like an 8. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Um, I think what was worse was in there. That's when I knew it was bad. Only because I had so much adrenaline and there was so much happening, and I've been hurt. Everyone's been hurt, and you got to hold it together. But it was like I knew that it was extremely painful because I was literally like screaming because it hurt so bad. But I had so much adrenaline. So I was like, I should not be feeling this. There's no reason I should feel this much pain right now. But it was pretty intense.
Did you freak out after when you got a good look at it?
No,
No?
no, no. I was just
Oh,
like, man,
I
this
would have freaked
sucks.
out. I would have been like, "Oh my God, like what is that?" Oh.
I freaked out in the fight with it because when I felt the first one, yeah, I felt like an egg cracked on my head. Just like that's what it felt like, an egg cracked, but I didn't see anything. And then when I saw the blood,
You literally heard a crack?
it's like when you
Okay, okay.
crack an egg on there is what it
I
felt.
thought you
No,
heard
no,
your
no,
skull like crack open,
no,
like
no.
ah.
Later with the third, fourth head, but I was like,
Ah.
it was painful, but it was it was not anything I couldn't deal with after. After I was just like, man, this sucks. My heart hurt more than my head after the fight. In the fight, my head was like killing me. It was killing me.
So you guys, you and Seniesa still have a little rivalry going. Usually when fighters fight, they fight and like the beef is over. Like they get all their aggression out after the fight. That's usually how it goes. With you guys, not so much. Why?
Um, at one, I feel like I don't think I lost. I don't feel like I lost. I know I lost, but I don't feel like I lost, and that's the big difference for me. If I feel like, you know what, you're a better fighter. You proved it. I can see it. I've been in the ring with people, and I'm like, man, I need to go back to the gym. Like you schooled me. I've been schooled before. It's just like when you're in there and they make you feel like you've never boxed before. Until you can do that to me and make me be like, okay, you're a better fighter, then I don't see it. I don't see it, and I don't think I wasn't happy with the way it went. I wasn't happy. I don't think I won. I wanted a draw from what I felt. I feel like with everything, what I thought the scorecards were going to be, I thought I was winning by one round or I had a draw. And then when it didn't go that way and I lost basically every round, I was surprised. And then I just feel like she didn't do what she should have done. So I haven't settled anything in my head. Um, I still don't have any respect for her. So I can't do it.
Why not? Why no respect? Usually fighters, after they fight, they do have a level of respect for them.
It's just, I didn't have any to begin with. So I was hoping the fight would make her respect me or me respect her. And we're still at the same point we were at before. I don't think anybody's happy. I know she can say what she wants, but I know deep down she's not okay with, like, she knows I'm still a threat. I'm still a threat. So she can't just be like, oh, that was an easy thing to do. If it was easy, you would at least give me some 8 counts or stop me when my skull was showing. It wasn't like that. So we were both in there. We both saw each other. So I don't think she's happy with it. So she'll keep saying she doesn't like me. No, I just, we just gotta fight. We just gotta fight again. I don't think, not even about liking her anymore. She's like, we just gotta fight again. It's inevitable. You, she needs to do what she needs to do for her, and I need to do what I need to do for me. And eventually, we're gonna run back into each other, and we'll figure it out then again.
What'd you make of that fight that she had against that one girl that happened a few weeks back?
Yeah, I wasn't. I could see it both ways. I feel like it's a business, and that was a good move on her team outside of the boxing world. Outside of boxing, it's like, man, you made her look like a superhero. She looks freaking amazing, and made people pay attention to her that wouldn't normally pay attention to her. And that's the plan. Get big, get your name out there, make some money. Do what you gotta. This is your life. Do it. I felt like that was a good move as far as boxing goes and how I would operate. I thought it was a shitty move. I thought it was not a good move. But like, just find a better fighter, Dang, like, you're already a world champion material, right? Just get a better fighter. So I can see it both ways, but it's not my boxing. That's not my story. So I don't know.
How soon do you think you guys are going to end up fighting again?
I don't know. I'm hoping, I get another world title or two, and then we can go at it. But I don't know when our timelines are going to come across. It's not really up to that. It's just our timelines. We both needed that fight. Now our timelines are different, so I still need world titles. She still needs world titles. So when we want to cross each other again, maybe even a third time, I don't know. Hopefully sooner than later, but I still want a few world titles. So hopefully one world title, 2 world titles, and then we'll cross. But I don't know how her career is going to move.
Now, that fight that you guys had was a great fight. It was, people that were there were talking more about your guys' fight than the other ones on the card. So certainly, I think it would be a fight that would be anticipated because you guys brought it. You guys entertained everybody there that night. So I hope it does end up happening sooner rather than later. But you are right. Everybody's on a delayed timeline right now with this thing going on.
Yeah, and just a delayed timeline, and like, it's delayed for sure. But it's also like, well, she still has to tell her own story, and I still have to tell mine. My career is not based off of her, and hers might have started with me, but I'm sure she doesn't want it to finish with me. So it's like, we need a fight, but we don't know when is going to be the right time for either of us. But I want to fight. Whenever I can get there, I get there. Whenever she is ready and she can get there, and we'll finish it that way. Maybe even a third time.
Well, hopefully 20 years from now, you guys can go both look at all the interviews you did and have a laugh over it and have a glass of wine and, be all cool with each other.
Someone's going to laugh. Either one of us, either both of us or one of us. But, that's the beauty of it. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. If we fight again, and it's a whole different situation, and things happen, crazier things have happened. Who knows, who knows? I don't know her like that. I also haven't took the time or effort, nor as of right now in my life. It's not a thing for us, we're not friends. So, but maybe, who knows? Only God knows. And I'm sure she's cool, but we're just not, we're just not cool right now. It's just life.
It is what it is.
Yo, yes, you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.